Welcome back. My name is Monica Gearsdahl. I am your facilitator for this series of training lectures in basic hypnosis. This is a part of a pre-assignment for a 3-day class being offered as a pre-conference to the International Medical and Dental Hypnotherapy Association Conference in Daytona Beach this May 2016. Chapter 103 relates to the signs of hypnosis that I want you to become familiar with. I will be reading 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different people's opinions about hypnosis. And then we'll look at what kind of subjective things you might experience and that your clients might experience as they are experiencing hypnosis with you and with me through this training. The first person that I'm going to cite is Santinelli, known as James Loria. On page 26 of his book, and the reading list for this training is Chapter 118, page 149 through 152. There are some issues with the reading list. I'll get to that before this pre-assignment module is complete. James Loria wrote a book called The Law of Suggestion sometime in the early 1900s. It was put out by the Pyramid Press. On page 26, he says, watch for the body taking a comfortable or easy position, the eyes turning up or converging, closed eyes, and concentration. Those with the greatest capacity for this are the easiest to hypnotize. The next person I'm going to cite for the purposes of this training is Dave Ullman. His book, Hypnotherapy, is my Medical Hypnotherapy Bible, and we will be using his book in a subsequent class. Page 30, Dave Ullman says, the signs of hypnosis are obvious when you know what you are seeking. With experience, you will notice body warmth, fluttering of the eyelids, increased lacrimation or tearing, the whites of the eyes getting red or pinkish, the eyeballs rolling up into the head. A surgeon named Reading informed Ullman that the radial pulse often becomes imperceptible as the patient goes into hypnosis. Page 30, Dave Ullman, Hypnotherapy. The next person I'm going to cite is Milton Erickson. Page 27 of My Voice Will Go With You, The Teaching Tales of Milton H. Erickson. Page 27, Milton Erickson says, the changes are subtle. Be alert. The signs of light trance indicate that the subject's attention has been focused inward. The subject is seeking his or her own unique response to suggestion. Watch for a flattening of the facial features, a staring, an absence of blinking, and almost complete immobility. That's Milton Erickson, page 27, My Voice Will Go With You. The next citation is from Irene Hickman, page 132, Mind Probe Hypnosis. The signs of deep relaxation include an increased pallor of the skin, a slowing of the breathing, a lack of movement of any part of the body, and that is page 132 in Irene Hickman's Mind Probe Hypnosis. We'll be using that for an additional training at a later date. And the last citation I'm taking for this chapter is Walter Secourt as told to me by James Ramey during a 1991 demonstration in Key West. Deep hypnosis, which James Ramey referred to as ultra-depth, can be observed with the fluttering of the lashes and rapid eye movement beneath the lids. That's Walter Secord, as told by James Ramey. Now, those are the things I want you to be familiar with when you're looking at a person from the outside. What about the subjective experiences, your experiences? The things that as you learn to do it for yourself, you may then become familiar with and recognize in your clients. For example, humans have neurons that fire in their brain in response to what other people are doing. These are called mirror neurons. So when we say monkey see, monkey do, we really do that. In fact, a study done with monkeys that had leads put in their head and they were wired up, had monkeys in enclosures observing monkeys doing things, and the same parts of the brain that were firing in the monkey that was doing things were firing in the brain of the monkey that was watching. So we have a capacity for recognizing what other people are doing because there's something there. I think the Beach Boys talked about it. Oh, those good vibrations. We can pick things up. We reflect what we see in the world around us. The brain is always looking for movement and change. When we see somebody doing something of interest to us, there's a mimicry part in the brain where the brain checks out, can I do that? So what are subjective feelings of hypnosis that you will experience or may experience as you're exploring hypnosis? You may notice a tingly sensation in the hands or feet or all over. A pleasant floating or heaviness. A warmth or a cool breeze. Feeling longer or shorter. Feeling of going in or going out. A sensation of fading in or out with background sounds or the sound of the hypnosis voice. There may be a loss of body awareness or maybe a heightened body awareness. There may be an emotionalized desire to follow the suggestions of the hypnotist. There may be a sensation of moving or turning or going somewhere. There may be increased lacrimation, which is tearing. There may be time distortion, eye flutter, rapid eye movement, energy surges. There may be a disinclination to move, think, speak, or act, which may be the part that leads to people thinking the person's gone to sleep and they're not noticing. There may be a catalepsy, detachment, dreams, fantasies, daydreams, illusions, imagery, positive hallucinations, negative hallucinations, meaning we don't see things that are really there, and I've certainly put my keys down before and found them in the exact same place I thought they were an hour later. When I haven't been able to find them, my negative hallucination, I couldn't see them. Inner visuals with color and possibly movement. There's a recognition of trance, which is really difficult to describe, but you can't miss it. It may be hard to describe, but it's felt. It's known. Oh, this is familiar. There may be full or partial amnesia, which people report also when they're trying to capture their dreams when they wake from sleep. That if a person goes directly to their dream journal, when they wake, they will capture more of the details. Thus, I recommend when you finish the experience, we'll take about 10 minutes to capture the report, write it down, and then we will debrief. So you have a chance to capture everything you got before I start intruding on it with your conscious mind. Meaning, I'm thinking your unconscious mind is going to provide you with some really interesting information, given you're willing to listen and capture it. Anesthesia. Oh my. It's really wonderful to do surgical procedures without anesthesia. I had my last wisdom tooth taken out from my sinuses with no anesthesia. All the rest of them were done too, but that was the most dramatic for me. There may be an ability to open the eyes. In fact, I know there's an ability to open the eyes without affecting the state of relaxation. So when I've worked with police and sheriff's deputies, witnesses, we can do a sketch artist, have the client open their eyes, without disturbing the trance, assess what's going on with the sketch artist, close their eyes again, and deepen trance. And then there is probably the most wonderful part of this particular course is the relaxation. The experience of deep, profound relaxation and an awareness of being able to do it anytime we want. It's good for the body. It's good for the mind. It's good for the soul. Yeah, I'm a spiritual monist. Some people feel all these things. Some feel nothing but the deep, profound relaxation. The experience changes from moment to moment and session to session. It reflects the context, physiology, client state, and readiness of both the client and the hypnotist. I'm ready. Are you? The experience you have will reflect changes in your desire, your context, your physiology, and that of your clients. And that is the end of chapter 3, The Science of Hypnosis, which is chapter 103 in this book. I'm going to take a short break, and I'll come back with chapter 107, Formulating Suggestions.